everyone, welcome to my channel. I am Wisteria Rose, the independent author of my debut novel, Mythomania, as well as my upcoming, as in coming out in a few hours, really soon, intro Laconic. So I am really excited for this book to come out, and this is release week, so I am working on a ton of stuff for you guys. There'll be live streams, videos more like this, giveaways, all of that stuff. So if you haven't watched my video from yesterday where I go over the schedule, talking about what I'm going to be doing, who I'm going to be doing it with, what time and all the details, as well as explaining my secret giveaway, please make sure you watch that video as well as this video, because there will be a secret video, a secret code in this one as well. So today's topic is something a little more relaxed. One of my friends had an idea for a video and I thought it would be great. Is about how I get into the writing space. Now, I know there are some people who can sit down and tell themselves, I'm gonna write, and just do it. And those people, I'm so jealous. I wish I had that ability. But for creative things like writing, drawing, painting, whatever you do that is kind of an outlet for you, I know it's not something most people can force or push themselves to do if they're just not feeling it. Writer's block hits me not super often, but I've definitely gotten it in the past, and it sucks because all I want to do is create and write, and I just don't have the drive to do it. I just can't. But I wanted to talk about things that I do to get me in a writing mood if I'm feeling a little lackluster about it, or just what I like to do in general to get me excited. So the first thing that I do is make sure that I am writing during a time where I know my creativity will be at its peak. For me, that is late at night. I am a night owl. I have been ever since I can remember. So I prefer writing when everything is like kind of calm and silent. Everyone else is asleep. It's just me up late into the hours of the morning, working on whatever I have to be working. I find that I can write things much quicker, and that generally my ideas are better when I write late at night. Of course, it can be tiring if I ended up like when I was editing Laconic a few weeks back and I got it back from my editor, I was literally up to like 6 a.m. every night. So don't push it, because I felt so exhausted. But in general, I prefer writing late at night. Second of all, I would say have a space that is dedicated to the thing that you are doing. Not everyone has, a lot of extra space. I don't, unfortunately, have my own office, but I do have this little corner in my bedroom. As you can see, this is my desk. It's full of cute things because I enjoy things that are cute and they make me happy when I look at them, and it just makes me want to be in the space more often. So if you can pull a small space, a small corner, maybe it's even like a lap desk that you will work on only when you're doing your creative thing. That's really motivational to me, because when I sit down at this desk, I'm going to be like, okay, it's time for me to work. I'm going to get something done. I'm going to get into the writing mood. So I like doing that. Another thing is to be comfortable. Wear something that you feel allows you to really sink into your writing. You don't want to be uncomfortable or wearing something that's itchy or stiff. I really like writing in pajamas and onesies. Onesies are my best friend, especially now that it's starting to get a little more chilly down here in the South. So make sure you're wearing something that's comfortable, that is easy for you to move around in. I have an affinity for socks. That is today's secret code word, is socks. But I have an affinity for socks, so I will have fuzzy pair and long pair and everything that I can just pull on really quickly so I can get into the mood, as well as blankets. I like being very comfy when I'm writing. Being super comfy may not work as well as if you do something that involves like paint or some other thing where you have to, possibly mess something up. But I just have my laptop, so it's just me in here. And then another thing is I always like to have kind of snacks or something nearby. You can't see it, but down below to my left over here, I have a coffee maker, a Keurig, as well as under that a tiny little fridge where I keep my favorite beverages. So if I'm writing something and I just need like that extra boost of caffeine, I'll pull open the refrigerator, pop the tab, and drink a Dr. Pepper. Not sponsored, but oh my god, the way I would simp for Dr. Pepper if I had the chance. But so another thing is just to not stress about it too much. I know that especially if you're an author, You usually have deadlines for things that you have to get out. Like I have stuff that has to be ready for Patreon every single week and every month. So that can be really stressful if I'm worried about getting behind, especially since I am a university student as well. So there's a lot of stuff on my plate, stuff that I want to do for fun, as well as stuff that I have to do, you know, for grades and for the purpose of being professional and all of that. So it can be easy to get overwhelmed, but to make sure that you're kind of like, okay, writing is something that I enjoy, it's something that I love doing. I don't want it to turn into something that stresses me out or that I'm worried. Of course, we'll all have moments where we give into stress and that we're just freaking out about stuff, but for the most part, it's important to kind of take a deep breath and take a moment and being like, this is something that I enjoy. Do not force yourself. Sometimes there have been times when I've just had to push stuff back entirely because it just wasn't good for, like, the writing I was making wasn't good. I didn't think that it would be something that I would feel proud to put my name on, so I had to make the tough decision to just be like, okay, well, this isn't going to happen by the original deadline that I had planned. I'm just going to have to do something else, which is fine. That happens to all of us no matter what, in school and work and life. To push stuff off or to not be able to make deadlines that you had hoped, it's okay. Don't beat yourself up about it too much. But yeah, really make sure is you have the mindset that you're doing something that you're enjoying and that you get happiness from. And if you're writing a lot and it is just seeming like a chore for you in general, just take a break, even if it's a week break or 2 weeks break. I remember earlier this year, I decided to take a break from Patreon. I just turned off the payment for a month and I was like, I'm just gonna sit here, gotta get back into the groove of wanting to make stuff, come up with some ideas without the pressure of having to meet those deadlines all the time, because your mental health will suffer and your art and creativity will suffer as well, and that's not good for anybody. What else do I like to do besides? I also, for me personally, I work really well when I have music or some kind of background stimulation going on. So especially unless it's a scene where I have to really think about details, I'll have some music on that relates to the thing I'm working for. So I usually make playlists for everything that I write, but especially for my books. So I'll have that going on in the background just so I can be pulled into the vibes of whatever I'm doing. But sometimes I like to listen to podcasts, or sometimes I like to put kind of YouTube videos in the back that are just serve as white noise. So that is good for me as well. And then what else do I like to do? I have all kinds of requirements for writing. If you're feeling discouraged in general, I like to look at positive, things. I'm going to make a video in the future about whether or not you should look at your negative reviews or in your positive reviews in general. Tiny spoiler, I do like looking at my positive reviews, not because I'm trying to boost my own ego, but it is really heartwarming and touching to know that someone has really enjoyed something you've written. It doesn't have to be a review either. It can be like a comment someone's left, or a message they've DM'd, or an ask they sent in, or whatever you use. Just knowing that someone thinks, hey, you're talented, or that, hey, you have this spark, really helps put me in the mood. When I was doing Mytho, I would get a ton of comments and it made me want to write more and more and more and more and more all the time. So that was super great and I enjoyed hearing from everyone and I really, really appreciated it. And another thing is to make sure that you have done other things that need to be done and get out the way. So I always work best in an environment that is clean and orderly. I think I read somewhere about spaces being clean is better for your mental health. I'll have to see of that. But anyway, I know I work best when I know, okay, I've done my laundry, my room is clean, I've put the towels away so that my environment around me feels done, so I can finally go and actually work on writing. So even though writing is what I would claim to be my job, I do have so much other stuff, like I was talking about classes. So it's best if you can get all of that done first if you can, just because it lets me not be so stressed. I'm not thinking about other things I have to do. I'm just focusing on my writing. So basically the long and short of this video is do things that make you happy and make you focused and make you not stressed about whatever it is you're working on, and then the creativity just flows from there. So of course, if you're feeling like stuck plot-wise or anything, there's plenty of prompts out there to kind of like loosen up your writing muscles so you can write something really quickly, or you can do character maps or any other smaller projects in case you're still not feeling like your work in progress or your story. I have done character maps in the past. It's really helped me write books. I also really love to outline my stories, not super detailed, but enough to get a general idea, which is what I'm going to be doing all October, outlining the second book in the series that Laconic is first book in, Sidereal. So that's it. This was kind of a rambly video. I apologize in advance, but I hope that you're having the best of time writing. Please let me know if you're going to participate in Preptober and or NaNoWriMo this year. It's going to be the first time that I've ever actually done it because my schedules have just never really worked out that way. But yes, I hope you guys get lots and lots of stuff done and are productive. But more importantly, I hope that you are happy and healthy and safe. I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.